They are gathered right in front of the entrance into the chamber, obviously, wearing the colors they have chosen, red and black, to represent their position on matters that have come from Parliament over the last week. Remember that the Speaker, after the brawl during the ministerial vetting, suspended 4 MPs, 3 of them from the minority side, including their chief whip and member of Parliament for Nsawam Adwejiri, Annor Dompreh. And the minority side has not been happy.
Entry into the chamber. Earlier when we came here, we saw a block or a police barricade that was mounted at this entrance. We can confirm to you that when you come into Parliament, and especially around the chamber as of now, this is the only entrance that is ushering all the MPs into Parliament. And so the understanding we have is that this barricade has been mounted and all the other gates have been closed, leaving only this one to usher in the MPs, just to ensure that the MPs who have been suspended do not get entry into Parliament. These are 4 MPs, 3 on the minority side, for which reason we have seen all the minority MPs clad in white, in black attires, and also with red bandages around their necks. Some are bandaged around their head, just protesting. Earlier in front of Parliament and at the entrance of Parliament, they were chanting war songs, they were singing and saying that they are going to resist oppressors' rule, which is a point that they have been making over the period. Especially in all the press conferences that they have organized in the...
Has your members as well? Will your members partake in the business?
Our members have not participated. Again, the standing orders are clear on what it takes to set up an ad hoc committee. You would have to consult leadership, and leadership will nominate their members. You heard Mr. Speaker say that he himself has elected to put some people on the committee. Again, that is in flagrant disregard of the standing orders, and that's why we will not be able to comply with that.
Finally, from me, the Appointment Committee reports, some of them you told already. Are we...
Now, a question is being asked about the Appointment Committee report, whether they would take a decision on the nominees.
I've seen the reports from the committee. When the committee brings the report of those that were vetted, we will exercise our minds to it. We do understand that some persons were vetted by the dissolved committee. We are not sure that that amounts to vetting. When it gets there, we will address it.
The issue here is that we are resisting oppressors' rule. We are creating the awareness to the Ghanaian people that we have a constitutional supremacy. We have a democratic institution. In a democratic Ghana, we do not have a speakership supremacy. We have a constitution that is bigger and powerful and authoritative than any other law in this country. So the Speaker of Parliament cannot be seen to be relying on the subservient law to topple a constitutional provision. Cardinal of this constitution is the fact that there should be fair hearing as far as Article 19 is concerned. Now, fair hearing, inherent in the fair hearing, is the principle of natural justice, where you have to listen to the other side. We are not in any way supporting what happened. We do not. I condemn it in no certain terms. But I'm saying that even in the face of the wrongdoing, proper procedural approach should be adopted so that we know that indeed we are not in a banana state.
elected here. So definitely we are elected members to represent our constituency, and you cannot just sit down unilaterally to suspend members of parliament as if they have been invited to a birthday party. This is a house that members are elected to come and represent their constituent. The decision of the speaker is unfortunate. The decision of the speaker is an illegal. He doesn't have that power. He has overreached his powers, and that is why you see us all in black to register our disappointment and our disapproval of that. It is a black day for our democracy if we allow this thing to stand.
Finally, who expects your side to approve the ministerial nominees? The reports are ready.
Immediately after the speaker give an order, and then we walk out of the chamber. Any other person who was vetted, it is an illegality because the appointment committee under order 217 was not properly constituted. It was not about quorum issue. It is about being properly constituted because the minority and the majority whip are mentioned in the standing orders to constitute the appointment committee before they come and say that any other member. If you read that standing order very well, it states the first deputy speaker being the chairman, the minority leader being the ranking member, the deputy majority leader being the vice chairman, the majority whip, the minority whip, and 5 other members. So we are not asking about quorum. We are talking about the committee being constituted.
The MP here, let me attempt to see if you speak to Honorable. Good afternoon. What do you make of all of this? What do you make of this?
It's just not proper. I believe that the chamber is our working space, and it's appropriate and proper that we are allowed in without any undue hindrance. So we expect them to open the door for us to go and work. Because
the understanding is to prevent your colleagues who have been suspended from gaining entry.
To start with, the speaker even have the right to suspend them. You are Ghanaians, you should ask that question. You have to ask that question. You don't think that is somebody else's problem. This is a subtle way of trying to suppress the happy and mighty minority.
It's only for MPs who are suspended. So why are you
So that's the question you should ask yourself. That's the question you should ask yourself. And tell Ghanaians that as gatekeepers, they have to deal with the matter.
So why are you clad in black? So you are you? All right, and so I just heard one of them saying that this is TV3, just reinforcing the point that they are not ready to talk to us. And so we are still trying to get some.
As a matter of fact, he orchestrated the whole thing. He orchestrated it. I was right there. And I can't understand why others have been suspended and he is allowed to go scot-free. And he has the...
At the end of the day, the Speaker has called for a parliamentary probe as well as a criminal investigation to be conducted into this. Isn't that a sure way to go in getting to unravel all the details around this?
Yes, I think that at the end of the day, all those who are culpable in the whole drama will be brought to book. And I believe that the minority leader will eventually be roped into the whole thing. Yeah, my name is Prez Mahama. I represent the good people of Bibiani.
Thank you. So that is the Bibiani Member of Parliament who we just spoke to. He's on the NDC side, on the majority side. And so you understand clearly from his commentary what it means. And so that is it. That is the situation that we have at our hand at the moment. I see Stephen Asamoah Boateng venting his spleen. Let me try to see if I can get closer to pick at least his thoughts and get get to see what exactly he is saying. But as it stands, we know that they are not being allowed entry, especially due to what they are wearing, their attire and everything. Honorable Dabian, what do you have to say? Okay, so this MP is not allowing me. This MP is not allowing me to talk. Honorable, a moment. Can you? Honorable, what do you have to say? I saw you earlier venting your spleen. What do you have to say about this?
I haven't done anything.
What do you have to say about this whole situation?
I don't have anything to say. We only leave it for God.
What do you leave for God?
Whatever you're asking, that's my answer. Thank you very much.
Why are you clad in black and in these red bandages?
I don't know.
You definitely know, Honorable.
I'm right to wear anything.
Okay.
Thank you.
But you're solidarizing with your three colleagues who have been suspended, right?
You knew the reason. Oh, please, stop that. I have my right to speak or not. I'm not ready. Respectfully here. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
So that is in Shaesu MP, Honorable Stephen Amwa. All right, that is fine. He says he will talk at the right time, and so that is it. Nanasa for Jay is here, but let me try to get his views as well. Honorable, what do you have to say? In all of this, we know that you have already sent a memo to the Speaker expressing your views and what you have to say on all of this. Why this move that you've taken? All right, and he wouldn't talk as well. But that is the situation right now. And so right now, viewers, as you see in your shot, members of the minority caucus are being refused entry into the chamber. And they say they are solidarizing with their three colleagues who have been suspended. What they say is that that decision by the Speaker of Parliament was illegal and it contradicts the law. They say the Speaker arrogated unto himself powers that he does not have. And that is the clarion call that the minority MPs are making. Yesterday, they held a press conference, under which conference we saw their party executives, the General Secretary as well as the National Chairman were present during that press conference, in which they asked the Speaker, among many other things, to reverse his decision to suspend those three MPs on their side and the other one who is on the majority side. Today, they are clad in black. They say they are doing this together with their members who are affected.
30 and 35, the standing orders have provided for what will happen in an instance like this. Order 129, Order 130, the standing orders have provided. So this is not an instance where the standing orders have not provided, and therefore Mr. Speaker is making up the rules. No, it's not one of those.
Now, the special committee has your members as well. Will your members partake in the business of...
Our members have not participated. Again, the standing orders are clear on what it takes to set up an ad hoc committee. You would have to consult leadership, and leadership will nominate their members. You heard Mr. Speaker say that he himself has elected to put some people on the committee. Again, that is in flagrant disregard of the standing orders, and that's why we will not be able to comply with that.
Finally, from the Appointment Committe report, some of them told already.
Now, the question is being asked about the Appointment Committee report, whether they would take a decision on the nominees.
We've seen the reports from the committee. When the committee brings the report of those that were vetted, we will exercise our minds to it. We do understand that some persons were vetted by the dissolved committee. We are not sure that that amounts to vetting when it gets there. Who address it. I'll see you guys.
All right, so that was the Member of Parliament for Obuasi. Now we can tell you that the gate has been opened. The